And Eco Bank, those of you in Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana, Central Africa, if you have Eco Bank, go to Eco Bank. First of all, do your research. People, welcome back to our YouTube channel and thank you so much. If you are new, my name is Milton. Please welcome to our channel. I want to tell you that I'm going to be talking about scholarships to study in Switzerland. I want to talk about some information about this scholarship that you need to know if you are an international student. And remember, there is another video I just did which you might have watched the video. It is detailing the things you need to know in case you want to study in Switzerland. I would encourage you to watch that video in case you intend to move to Switzerland. And in this same video, I'm going to talk about some schools that are located in Switzerland so that you can check it. I was trying to get my jotter, so you should check those schools. Okay, like I said in the other video I'm referring or sending you back to, schools in Switzerland are very cheap, and if you want to study in Switzerland, you should understand that there are various schools in Switzerland. Schools are distributed according to federal schools, you have cantonal schools, you have applied science schools, and you have teacher training schools. I hope you understand. The video is still there, so maybe it's going to appear somewhere here. Please make sure you watch that video. It is going to help you a lot. Like I said, Switzerland are quiet people, and they are people who do not like to depend on others. Yes, this is fact. If you read more about them, you should understand. And remember, in this same video I'm going to touch a little about proof of funds, and I will also talk about visa application. So the video might be very long. In case you want to move to Switzerland, please listen to me keenly. Watch this video to the end, watch the other one to the end, then watch the one that is going to follow after this one. I'm going to drop them in series so you can get the information. Thank you so much. So like I said, scholarships in Switzerland are based on academic performance, but most of the time international students don't even ask for this scholarship. The reason is because tuition is quite cheap and everybody can pay, especially the Swiss nationals, right? Yes, but if you don't know that there are scholarships available, you may not even know how to go about it. So one, I want to encourage you to check department's website first. There are scholarships based on the schools, like the federal scholarships, which are only based on the location of the school. Remember, I told you there are federal schools and there are cantonal schools. So for example, if you check ETH Zurich, you are going to see that there are scholarships that they offer to international students. Of course, you should check them. You are going to see that. Then if you verify again very well, you are going to see that schools in particular are part of the federal scholarships, okay, or cantonal scholarships. Schools in particular has their own scholarships they give to international students. So it is now your duty to verify and ask from the competent authorities to know if there are particular scholarships that you could benefit from. And again, remember, specific departments, especially the science programs, their departments or the science departments, they offer specific departmental scholarships. So if you really want to know, check the schools very well. I'm going to give you a list of some of the schools. You should check them very well and make sure you check the ones you want to go for. Check all requirements, then check the scholarships and check every detail. You are going to see this. Then if possible, email the schools. It is very important. Email the schools. Tuition fee in Switzerland is not very expensive, but the problem is going to be the blocked the bank statement or the proof of funds. I will explain more at the end, towards the end of this video, so you understand. Now, like I said, Swiss people are quiet people, and most of the time they might not apply for this scholarship, and you as an international student, this is your chance to take advantage and grab them. So go to the departments and check all of them. Now, if you are looking for all these scholarships, you should be looking at schools to target. And the schools you have to target are the top universities. There are a lot of schools in Switzerland that are located in the top ranked universities. And I'm going to be talking about the very first one with affordable tuitions, like ETH Zurich. This school is a federal school, and if you check it very well, you are going to see that it is among the first 10 in the world, something like that. If not in Switzerland, but in the world. But this is a very top school, all right? There is no need, you don't need to ask anybody. Just go to Google and check. You are going to see all those things. Don't rely on that thing that people say. No, Google doesn't say is the truth. You don't need to doubt this particular school I'm telling you about. I have read a lot. I've gone through their website. Even when you read journal articles, or let me say articles or journals, you are going to see that most professors that you come across, they have passed through this school, or lecturers of this university. Then another school you should be looking at is EPFL. I was trying to pronounce the name of the school. EPFL is the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology. This is the second federal school, because there are two federal schools, ETS Zurich and this particular school in Lausanne. So there are just two of them. Then we have 10 cantonal, and the others are applied science universities and teacher universities. So it is now your duty to check and see. So if you are looking for scholarship opportunities as well, make sure you check this particular school, EPFL in Lausanne. If you are looking for scholarship opportunities as well, check this school called the University of Zurich. There is another school you should check called the University of Basel. Now let me elaborate a little. If you check the University of Basel, you are going to realize that they are very rich in science programs, and those of us who want to study pharmacy, if you want to study pharmacy, nursing, medicine, things related to that particular field, I would encourage you to check University of Basel. Basel is it has one of the top pharmaceuticals industries, or let me say companies in the whole world, all right, the city of Basel. And again, University of Basel offers a lot of, in fact, if you are looking for pharmacy, if you want to study pharmacy, this is the school for you to go. Don't look elsewhere. Go to Switzerland and study your pharmacy at the University of Basel. Now, another school you should check, or other schools you can check, include the University of Bern. You also have the University of Lausanne. Then I will also recommend Lausanne University of Applied Sciences, and I can also recommend Zurich University of Applied Sciences. There are a lot. Remember, I just mentioned applied science universities. Remember, I told you before that there are federal universities, there are cantonal universities, there are applied science universities, and there are teacher universities. Now, if you are looking at teacher universities, you should also consider Department of Education and Learning sub-C. There is also a school called Bern University of Teacher Education. There is also the University of Teacher Education in Bern. Then you have University of Applied Sciences and Arts. Then you also have Swiss Federal University of Vocational Education and Training, and you also have University of Applied Sciences of Special Need Education. These are just some of the few applied science schools I wanted you to pay attention to. Now, if you know already some of these schools, remember I told you with 850, 1,200, 1,300, 1,250, you can study in Switzerland. So it is now time for you to go through the school websites, then you decide. Now, after you gain admissions to study in Switzerland, what are you going to do? The next thing you need to do is to apply for the visa, right? You have to apply for the visa. And where do you apply for this visa? You have to apply for the visa at the nearest Swiss embassy in your home country. It is very easy to do the visa application. Now, one thing I want to draw your attention to is that when you get admissions to study in Switzerland, you have to remember that there is a fee. You have to pay the fee first. Then the school is going to confirm. When the school confirms, now they are going to send you a cover letter. Let me take a look at my jotter. Yes, they will send you a cover letter. And if you do not pay these fees, you cannot get the cover letter. When you get the cover letter is going to carry all the documents you need, everything that you need in order to apply for your visa. Remember, the visa you are applying to is the type D visa. You can apply for this at any Swiss embassy beside you. There is no embassy interview. You are not going for any interview. I'm going to explain to you. The type D visa is the long stay visa. All right, it is a long stay visa. that they are going to give to you to enter Switzerland. Now, a long stay visa is a visa for more than 90 days. You have to pay attention to this. If you want to be in Switzerland for more than 90 days as a student, you have to get a long stay visa. This visa is going to give access to you to get a temporary residence B permit when you enter Switzerland. So when you apply for the type D visa, they will give you, and when you enter Switzerland, they will give you the temporary residence permit, which is renewable every year. And remember that this particular residence permit is only going to be given to you when you are in Switzerland. Now, how does it work? Remember, you are applying for the visa, right? You need visa documents. The very first thing you need to do is to fill the online application, the visa form online. You are going to fill it online. Then you print it out and you sign it as well. Then you add it to the other documents, which include a copy of your international passport, 2 passport size photographs. You have confirmation of registration for the semester. Remember, when you have the admissions, you have to pay your fees. Then they will give you the cover letter. Then there is also a form. You have to confirm that you are ready for the semester to come and study. You have to confirm that. Then you add the confirmation of the registration for that particular semester. Then you add your CV to it. Then you add your diplomas, those diplomas you use to apply for the university. There is another video you are going to watch to explain where I talked about all the documents you need to apply for schools in Switzerland. Then remember your payment, tuition fee receipt. You paid your tuition before, right? Then they gave you a cover letter. You need the receipt to submit alongside every document. Then you need financial proof, the documents to show that you have money to be taking care of yourself while you study in Switzerland. Now guys, this is where it becomes very tricky, and I want to encourage you to pay attention to this video. It is very, very important. Now, one thing you understand is that proof of funds vary per country. Remember, you need to show a document to show that you have money to take care of yourself, and it is not the same for every country. Switzerland does not like liabilities, so they want to make sure that you have enough money. And remember, before you even go to the embassy with these documents, you need to book an appointment. All right, there is no visa interview like I told you. What happens is when you submit all your documents, all your certificates at the Swiss embassy in your home country, they are going to forward those documents to Switzerland. Let's say you are going to study in Zurich or in Bern or in Basel. They will now forward your application file to that particular canton in which you are going to study, to that particular locality. Your visa comes from Switzerland. The only thing the Swiss embassy is going to do, they want to take your documents, check them first, then they forward it to Switzerland. I hope you understand. Visas does not come from your home country, please. We'll forward it to Switzerland. Then the canton is the one to decide if they are giving you the visa or not. Yes, this is how it works. Not if you are not qualified, they will not give you. But if all your documents are great and good to go, they will give you the visa, because there is no interview, right? They usually answer questions, but I know there is no interview. Same way like for Norway embassy or the Norwegian visa, study visa to Norway, there is still no interview, because all you need to do is to put money in your blocked account. But for Switzerland, there is no interview. Now, for proof of funds, you have to show to the Swiss government that you have 21,000 Swiss francs in your personal bank account. 21,000 Swiss francs to franc CFA, Cameroon money, is 14,200,000 plus. So approximately you need to have like 14.5 million in order to study in Switzerland. This money, you have to put this money in a bank. The money has to be in your name and in a branch, in your name in a branch that the bank is in Switzerland. Let me explain again. This money, you have to have this money in your name in a bank that have a branch in Switzerland. Now, it becomes difficult most of the time. For those of you in Ghana, you can check GT Bank. I think GT Bank in Ghana has a branch in Switzerland. I've done my research. And Eco Bank, those of you in Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana, Central Africa, if you have Eco Bank, go to Eco Bank. First of all, do your research. Then you go to Eco Bank and ask them if they have a branch in Switzerland. I believe they have a branch in Switzerland. You can create an account with these banks and you put this money inside. Okay, then I think there is a bank in Cameroon and it's also in Ghana. I think there is a branch in Ghana. I don't know if it's in Kumasi or Accra. They call it Société Générale. Yes, Societe Generale. If you have this bank, you can verify. I think they have a branch also in Switzerland. So verify all these details. Then you now block this money. You put this money in the account. Then you will create the account, of course. Then put the money inside for them. Then they will give you the details. Now, the bank statement, you now submit your documents to the embassy. I hope you understand, because the bank must be, I think they call them the Finaps Group, something like that. But these banks, GT Bank in Ghana and Nigeria, EcoBank in Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, and Societe Generale, these are the banks. Please go there and ask them if they have branches in Switzerland. Then you should use them, deposit the money, then you are good to go. I hope this video helps you. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe now and help us share this video, because if you do not share, you will not encourage me to make more video. Imagine the information, the load in this video. Imagine the workload. Imagine the information in this video. Come on, guys, please like the video and share as well. Till we meet again in another one.